Here we are, aqui estamos. E hoje nós vamos cozinhar brownies. Você conhece brownies? Já ouviu falar? Então, brownies é tipo uma sobremesa fundamental nos Estados Unidos. É tipo brigadeiro pra gente. Não é igual brigadeiro, mas é uma sobremesa de chocolate. It's a chocolate dessert. It's like, I'm saying it's like a staple in American households. Like everybody knows brownies. Maybe you've heard about them before. You've seen them in movies or in series, or you've been to the States. They even have brownies in Brazil. I know at Outback Steakhouse, they have Outback in Brazil.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
They
that's
do.
great.
They're really good actually there. So today, my mom is gonna teach you how to make brownies even better than the ones that you've had at Outback Steakhouse if you've even had them before. So you have to watch this video to the end. Okay, so before we get into it, let's just say all the ingredients first. So Mom, what are they going to need? It's pretty simple, right?
Brownies are real straightforward.
All right.
We are going to use 3 different kinds of chocolate, but we will start with, we're going to use flour. We're going to use...
Wait, how much flour?
We are using 3/4 of a cup of flour.
Okay.
We're using half of a cup of cocoa, unsweetened cocoa.
Okay.
We are using a half of a teaspoon of salt. We are using 1 cup of sugar. We are using...
This is just regular sugar, right?
Just regular sugar.
Okay.
2 large eggs. A half a cup of unsweetened, or you can use any chocolate you want. If you want to use milk chocolate because you like that, if you want to use dark chocolate, you can use that.
Okay.
If you can use any kind of chocolate you want, and we're going to melt that. Okay.
So this just looks like it was a chocolate bar that you cut up.
Well, it's a cooking bar.
Okay.
So
all right.
You can use chocolate chips if you have that available. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
And then we are using 10 tablespoons of salted butter.
Okay.
And 2 teaspoons of vanilla. The vanilla brings out the flavor of the chocolate.
Okay.
All right. So.
And did you mention that as well? I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is going to be something that you don't have to put in if you don't want, but we are going to add these in at the end because the extra chocolate chips in the end just make them even better.
It gives it that extra boost.
Well, yeah, and they're kind of they're very fudgy and kind of soft on the inside.
It makes it chocolatey. Okay.
Right.
And here's a little English vocabulary term for you, just because you can watch these videos to learn English. This is called a ramekin. See these little like dishes, guys? These are called ramekins in English. So just FYI. Sorry. So let's get into it.
Okay.
Okay.
So the first thing that we are going to have to do is we are going to mix all of our wet ingredients. And the first thing we need to do is we need to melt the chocolate and we need to melt the butter.
Okay.
And I'm going to do that in the microwave. So I'm going to go over there and do that, and I'll be right back.
Ok, we'll be right back. Então, gente, quando eu era criança, eu sempre comia brownies em casa. Tipo, sempre, minha mãe sempre fazia, porque a gente voltava da escola. E aí, quando a gente voltava da escola, era uma coisa minha mãe sempre preparava, não sei, um snack, sabe? Um lanche pra mim, desculpa, e pra meus irmãos. E aí sempre tinha uma coisa, pipoca, brownies, cookies, ou coisas saudáveis também. Mas brownies sempre é uma coisa que minha mãe sempre preparava pra gente. E, nossa, eu falava que era comparado com brigadeiro, não que necessariamente a comida é igual ao brigadeiro, mas é fundamental desse jeito, sabe? Faz muito parte da nossa cultura, sabe? É bem central, mas eu amo. E vocês precisam comer, porque também eu acho que é muito fácil fazer. Ela tá fazendo agora no micro-ondas. Voltamos!
We're back!
We're back.
Okay,
so you also cracked 2 eggs,
right.
Então dois ovos aqui no ramekin, né? Nessa tigela. And so now we're gonna mix
We're gonna mix it all. We're gonna start out by putting our butter. Okay, we're gonna put all the melted butter in here.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You need butter.
Oh, butter is just life.
Crucial.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That is.
Yeah.
Butter. I mean, butter. Look at this. Butter.
And sugar. So
sugar.
Okay, we're gonna put that in there. This.
Okay.
Can go bye-bye.
All right, I'll take this.
So this is a step. We need to mix this for about 30 seconds because we want to integrate that sugar really well into that butter. So we're gonna mix for about 30 seconds.
And so tell them what this is called, this little instrument.
Oh, this is a whisk.
A whisk. There's a new English word for you. This is a whisk. And this?
Is a spatula.
Do you know what this is called? Spatula. Spatula, yeah.
Spatula.
Whisk and spatula. I don't even know what they're called in Portuguese, but I'm teaching you in English. Whisk and spatula.
Okay, so
Okay,
here we
so
go.
now it's very like granular, like
Yep,
grainy,
yep, yep, it's all good. We got that all mixed up. Okay, so now we're gonna add in our egg. We're gonna do
2 eggs.
Well, 2 different eggs. There we are, all the way in.
The egg whites and the egg yolk,
the
okay.
the whole thing.
See, I clean up for you.
Yeah, I know, that's so nice.
See,
I never
that's
thought
my-
I never thought I would have like somebody cleaning up after.
I'm like your, well, I'm your assistant.
Yeah, it's really great. Okay, so here we go. See, that's kind of nice and
Look at that.
smooth looking. See that? So
It
now-
is very smooth. Yeah,
Yep,
look at
yep.
that.
We're gonna
Now-
put that vanilla in, all right?
And so you're still whisking. So the verb is to whisk. So you continue to whisk, correct?
Yes, we're gonna
Okay.
keep doing. We're gonna do that.
All right, all right.
So this is now ready. I'm gonna get rid of that just for a half a second. And
Okay,
just set it down over
set
here.
it on the side.
Yep,
Okay.
and we're gonna do the spatula and we are gonna get all this melted chocolate in. Again, remember, you can
How
use...
long did you microwave that chocolate for?
Well, it depends on what kind of chocolate you have and for how long it takes for it to melt. So if you have chips, it takes a little less.
Look at that deliciousness.
Yeah, there's just something about brownies that are just like a little bit of heaven, you know?
You have got to try brigadeiro. That's like the Brazilian. We have to do that sometime. You will
Okay.
love
See, look at
that.
Look at how nice that looks. Okay? And we're gonna really get that, just make sure that it's mixed really, really well.
Gotcha.
See how nice that's looking?
So delicious.
All right, we're all good there. You know, about a minute is good, okay?
And it still has like some bubbles, like that's normal?
The bubbles are just from the whisking.
The whisking.
Whisk. Yeah, same thing.
Oh, whisk.
Okay.
It's all good.
We're all good. Yep, we can
All
take
right.
that. We can get rid of that.
Oh, and you know what? When you're a kid, you lick the whisk,
Right.
like,
That was, long before everybody told you couldn't eat raw eggs.
because you get salmonella.
That's right.
But I think that's a myth. Is that an urban? Is that just a thing that moms say to their kids so they
Kinda like
to take the joy out of life? Like,
I think it's so that moms can lick it instead of the kids.
I think that's probably true.
It might be true. No, so
But there's nothing better than licking the.
Oh
the
yeah.
spoon.
That's all. That's
Okay,
all.
can I put this in the sink?
Yep. Go get rid of
Okay.
it. Okay. So here we go. We are going to get rid of. We're going to get all that. Now we're going to put our dry ingredients in. I mean, this is so simple to make.
It really
We're gonna just put in the flour
Okay.
and the salt.
Okay.
Oh. There we go. There's the salt, and then the cocoa part. And we just want to mix this to incorporate it. We do not want to over. It's kind of when you make.
Can I mix it?
Sure, but you don't want to over mix it.
All right.
So scrape around the sides, get it around.
Scrape.
You're gonna kind of
Like
fold
that,
it
kind
in.
of.
Yep. You're gonna kind of fold it all in.
Okay.
Good job.
Hey, I learned from the best,
Sure.
which was you. Have it in my blood. Look at that. Sometimes it's so funny. When I cook sometimes, I've seen you cook so many times that sometimes when I cook at home and stuff, I'm always like, oh my gosh, I think I'm like you. When I when I see me doing certain stuff. Do you ever do stuff and you're like, I'm reminding myself of my mom or my dad?
Yeah.
Do you, but not
it's great.
not
I
always
mean,
in
we are-
a bad way, but also in a good
No,
way.
in a
You
good
see
way,
habits
yeah,
and you're like,
we're-
oh, I remind me of my dad or my mom. I think
Yeah.
there are like a lot of genetic things that we do or habits.
Well, you grew up in my house.
But
so-
no, but I'm saying
yeah.
genetically too. I think there are probably certain habits that we have.
Right. Okay, so that's great. We're all good. So now this part
So we're
here,
good. No more. We don't
No,
want to.
we're
Okay.
good.
So it's okay. Okay, I get what you're saying. All right.
So this part
Is the optional part.
is optional. You can
Okay.
put many different things into brownies. We're choosing to put more chocolate because it just makes it better. Why not add more chocolate? You could put in nuts. You could put in.
So what sort of nuts? Anything.
Walnuts, pecans, whatever is available.
Peanuts.
You could, yeah. Why not?
But the most common ones I've seen, at least, chopped up walnuts.
Yeah.
Chopped up pecans.
Right.
More chocolate, marshmallows. I've seen,
Yeah.
but I don't recommend that marshmallows. I think the most common for sure are chopped up walnuts, chopped up pecans, and more chocolate chips.
More chocolate chips.
That's it, right?
Right.
And so that's it, just like this. Boom.
Right. So we're gonna get rid of that. So now.
Y'all, if you follow this recipe,
Yeah.
you're good to go.
Oh no, these are
Best brownies.
So now we're going to make sure that our pan is prepared. So I like to put in parchment paper because then I can lift the brownies out and I can cut them evenly on the outside.
But what if they don't have that option?
You don't have to put this in at all.
And so if
you
they
can
don't have that,
you can just
put it in
you can butter your pan. I have a spray, but you can just butter your pan.
dá pra usar tipo manteiga ou urnar. Eu acho em português é urnar. A forma, é uma forma. This is like a what kind of pan is this called?
This is a 9x9 baking pan.
Okay, yeah. And it is important with the amount of ingredients to use the right size pan. So this is a 9x9. This was in inches. Okay, so remember that.
Right.
All right.
Okay, so I'm just going to give it a real quick spray. You don't necessarily have to do that with that. Now
Okay.
this is thick. This stuff is thick.
This is a non-stick spray.
All right, so we are
Look
going
at
to
this
pour
part.
this in, and what we're going to do is spread it throughout the whole. We're going to do this. We're going to make sure that it is spread all the way to the ends of the pan. Okay?
I'll help you here.
All right. Thanks.
You guys, this is like
So the thing with brownies is that you
best.
can frost them, you can put ice cream on them, you can put whipped cream on them, you can well obviously just eat them plain.
Well, a lot of people. I was gonna say that a lot of people eat them plain, but a lot of people do eat them with
Ice cream.
ice cream.
Yep.
A lot of people do put more frosting on them.
Right.
People put powdered sugar. I've never been a fan of.
You don't like the powdered sugar thing?
I don't.
So these are gonna go in the oven for 30 minutes and we're gonna pop them in right here. And the oven has been heated to 350 degrees for 30 minutes. And I always make sure that I put a timer on because I have a tendency to like do something else and then I forget. So those are gonna cook.
If I get salmonella, you know why.
Yeah.
You want some?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Okay, we'll be back just in a second. Então, vamos tirar os brownies do forno. Vamos lá. So let's take them out.
All right, let's go.
Here we are.
All right.
The moment of truth. Isso que a gente fala em inglês. The moment of truth. They look perfect.
Look at that.
So how long typically should you let them
Cool?
Yeah.
So you want to let them cool in the pan for about 30 minutes before you take them out. And the reason that I have this in here is that we can lift them out and then we can set them down and we can cut them and we can show them what they look like.
But usually you wouldn't eat these hot. You need to let them cool,
Well,
right?
you need to let them cool for about 30 minutes because that middle needs to just kind of set.
Então, gente, você
Yeah.
precisa dar tempinho, né? Então eu sei
Yeah.
que são tão gostosos, você tá querendo comer na hora, mas precisa dar tempinho, tá bom? Então vamos dar 30 minutos. So let's give them 30 seconds. What are we gonna do for 30 seconds? I'm gonna teach her Portuguese.
For 30 seconds.
No, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. We're gonna do 30 minutes. We're gonna do a 30-minute Portuguese lesson, and then we'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Voltamos.
Voltamos.
Okay, so now I'm gonna take these out,
Yep, and set
and I have
right
to do
here.
it like pretty, like
Yep,
this.
just take them out and just set them here.
So if you didn't have these pieces of
No,
paper,
just
sorry,
take 'em out.
like that.
There we go.
If you didn't have the piece of paper, can you
Yep.
just cut them in the pan?
You can cut them in the pan.
Dá para cortar.
Yep,
no,
yep, totally can
forma.
cut them in the pan.
na
Yep,
forma.
so but we're just
Não,
doing it here so that we can and you can just cut them like this.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, well, I guess when we cut them, I'll tell you have a close-up. You guys, they're so like perfect and chocolatey and crunchy. Look at all these adjectives I'm using, like, oh, like moist. Look at that. Look at this deliciousness. Gente, é tipo, não é um brigadeiro, nada, mas tem algumas características em comum. Eu vou falar isso, tá? Oh, and all those chocolate chips. Okay. Are you gonna have a little one?
I will have just a snippet.
We can do a snippet. Isso é tipo outro bom, é tipo pedacinho, snippet.
I'll do a snippet.
So let's do like a little like cheers, like a
Cheers.
little. Cheers.
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 Yeah, those are really good.
Mm.
And you can frost them.
Oh my
Do
god.
they know what frosting is?
Yeah, like, so frosting and icing, maybe you've heard those two words used interchangeably. Same thing.
Oh, okay.
Frosting and icing,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Frosting and icing.
Yep.
Yeah, cobertura, I think, like, you can use. Usually people use vanilla. Cream cheese frosting is really good, cream cheesy, or chocolate, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I like them just like this. So good.
All right.
So you know what they say in Portuguese is they say this. Sorry, I'm talking. I'm gonna teach you where they say in Portuguese, in Brazil at least. They say arrasou.
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 Oh, arrasou.
Yeah, they say arrasou. When somebody does somebody really well, like they blew it out of the park.
Yeah.
Well, you blew that out of the park, they would say arrasou.
Arrasou. Arrasou.
And so you could say arrasei. Because like if...
Oh, because I did it.
Yeah, so then you say arrasei.
Arrasei.
All right, so do you remember how we say goodbye? So, obrigado.
Obrigado.
Remember for you, it's
Oh, obrigada.
obrigada. She's remembering.
Yeah.
And then I say beijo, and you say
Beijo.
yeah, beijo, same thing.
Beijo.
Okay, até mais, até logo. Até logo.
Até logo.
See you guys later. Bye.